Hello my friends, we are coming back. We received the block cylinder and all the components actually, and the head cylinder from machine shop, and we start with the assembling of the block cylinder. We will describe some basic things that the mechanic have to know. Now we have more information to give, but the correct, let's say, sector for this information is people that are working on machine shops. So let's start here and take a look at our new crankshaft with the new bearings. We have also here the old one. So as we say, the first connecting rod, the first cylinder have the major problem, but also you can notice on the main crankshaft we have a lot of marks. This of course we notice it when we totally dismantle the crankshaft. This creates a problem of misaligning rotation. So we have a lot of challenges, except the physical problem that we show you on the first video, the connecting rod. We discover more problems. The problems that we discovered, it was that inside to the, as we can see, inside the top side of the connecting rod, because of misalignments, we have wounds on the connecting rod. By the way, the connecting rod, they are not new, but we find one good set through the machine shop, and we did our job. And what I mean good, and here it was okay, and inside here also we find shafts to attach, and our own purpose was to bring, this is the new set that we will put, it was to make this free movement, let's say, of the connecting rod, and not that it's not turning, but most of the times it's working here. We don't want to be seized too much, and we want to be aligned. Now we installed the pistons before, but because I want to show you some critical things, I remove the pistons and I will put it back. So let's start with the main bearing of on the downside of the crankshaft. We have this kind of main bearing. The hole that the block cylinder have to align with this part of the main bearing. We don't want misalignment because we will reduce the flow of the oil with and the consequences will be less lubrication of the crankshaft. Also, when we are putting the main bearing, we want to put it like that it will come and align like this with the top side with the upside. By the way, sometimes it's good to don't rush when you have to do this kind of repairs. Actually, we install everything without the crankshaft. We take measurements and etc. For this is why I said some things we cannot do it in the workshop because we don't have special tools. But through our own information, because each engine now have its own specifications. So through my own information, because I have the information and the workshops staff, we come and bring these results. Now The crankshaft, when it's tied correct, and what I mean correct, when you tie the main bearings, and actually you have a specific way how to tie it, and specific way which bolts you start tightening. So the step first, it requires 39 Newton-meter, and you are starting from the middle, and you are going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the first step to tie the main bearings with the crankshaft. One small comment about the thrust washers. This is the top side, and this is the downside of the thrust washer. The thrust washer, they are aligning the crankshaft to don't move front and back. You can see it inside here. It's in the middle of the block cylinder. It's also important to put them correct. These lines, they are looking out, because through here is passing again oil, and they have to align it like that. This is the front side. Actually there are 4 pieces, front and back. This is the rear one that we change also. Doing this kind of job, the results that we received, it was to be able to rotate the crankshaft with our hand. Now, I forget to point and to say that the second step that you are tightening, if you tie 39 and you take by the number the bolts, the second step is to tighten 90 degrees. You are marking, the mark have to look front. This is the front side of the engine, and you are tightening again with the same method the crankshaft and the main caps. Now, if you are correct, you're supposed to have these results. Our crankshaft is tight, the clearance are correct, the engine is not seizing, and if you see it's rotating similar, I don't feel on my hand somewhere to scratch or seize. This is the perfect results that you have to expect from your repair. If this thing is not happening, this means that somewhere you have an error. Maybe you don't put the washer correct. Maybe your block cylinder have problem and you don't notice it. Maybe the main bearing is not correct. For this reason I say all these things a machine shop can assist you to rectify them. Now what I want to say concerning the pistons. Basically what is happening here, this is an old piston that we remove the ring, is how you are putting the connecting rod with the pistons. As you see, the connecting rod have a mark. This is an old piston that I just cleaned to show you. On the top we have also a mark. These marks have to align. When you pass the shaft and you are locking it, it's supposed to look like that. Second is how you are putting the rings. Here is an old set rings, and usually they have numbers. The number have to be on the top side of the ring, so it's like that, so you can see the number. Now this one, because they are old, you cannot find the number. Usually you write N1, N2, meaning number 1 is the first rail of the piston, number 2 the second, and after is the oil ring that is containing the original. Actually is containing 3 items. Original set is the expander. Before the expander you have another one like a sprint inside, and after it have the main ring. Now what I want to show you is the location of the rings. The number 1 ring the gap, it have to look like that, front of this mark. The second is looking exactly opposite, from this mark opposite. Okay, the expander, you should hold it please. The expander, if you see I mark it like this, when you lock the expander, this one is broken, it's supposed to, the lock of the expander to be here. And when you are putting in the oil ring have to lock on this side. Now I can spell it by degrees, but physically it will not show. Now if you make one cross here, okay, we are putting the first here exactly 180 degrees, the second one. We are on the second line, we are putting the expander. From this side we are measuring 90 degrees on the cross, we are putting the expander, and we divide it by 90 and we put it on 45 degrees the oil ring. This is the main things about the block cylinder. Now what we will do, we will install some pistons, most of the pistons, and I will show you how you put a piston inside to the cylinder. Also, if you notice it here, we prepare even the bearings, and we rotate the engine. You will see we don't have marks. This is a very good sign. But in this case, as I said, the main problem were on the head cylinder. So yeah, block cylinder. Sorry, block cylinder. And the major problem comes from the cylinder one, and it starts giving clearance, and it creates misalignment, misalignment rotation, let's say, of the crankshaft, and it affects all the cylinders. So now let us couple some cylinders, and the last one we will show you how you are putting, and we'll continue the video and giving you information. We put already the pistons, and it's the last one. I just want to show you, we put the locations of the rings how I spelled it before. Now we want to align. One comment, let me remove it. When you are putting, and I will explain, we have these nozzles. This is the oil nozzles. You have to be careful to don't condemn or damage them. Putting the piston, we will turn the engine upside down, and I will give you more informations about the downside of the block cylinder. Now we try to align it, and some people, they are used to push once. It depends how is each person's method, and the piston is entering. This is the way how you put the pistons, and of course oil, every time oil. Oil is very important. Now what we do, we turn the cylinder, the block cylinder, upside down to tight, and show you tightening of connecting rod, and give some extra informations about the main bearings. I forget to point something, and some other specs, mostly torque specs. So as we put all the pistons, we turn the engine upside down to put the connecting rod caps. We already put the rest. This is the last one. Very carefully here we have a gap that is a driver actually, to give you the correct position of the connecting rod metal bearing, and here we have the same exactly spot here. Now what we are doing here, also we have the pins we are putting, and we are tightening the bolts. By the way, I forget to please Joseph, to say something about the main caps, that they have numbers. So the first one is going from the side of the front side of the crankshaft, second, third, fourth, fifth. The third one is this one that is containing the thrust washers. I forget to explain that you are putting first the nozzle before you will put the crankshaft, and to tie the oil nozzle we use 7 Nm only, and after we locate the crankshaft. Now, as I said, we have the torque wrench and we put it on 25 Nm. Is the first step to tie the connecting rod. You're taking it easy first, you don't direct apply. We're already on 25, it gives us a sign. Now this marks is salt marks because, as I say, I installed already the pistons once. Give me a spray carburetor. Normally what we used to do, and bring me the tippets. Normally I'm removing the collar. As we tie it now, for instance, with 25, we are putting a mark here to show front side and tight 90 degrees. Of course you have to do also inspection about the bolts and etc. that we already did, and we are taking the big one. It's because it's long actually. I will use it like a bar. It's not specific. And what we are doing, adapter. You should please hold the head cylinder. We are tightening 90 degrees. 90 degrees, we want this mark to come here. Little bit. And the same here, I will do it direct. This is the second step of connecting rod. And you see it tight. The same thing you follow with the remaining ones. The connecting rod, they don't have specific way how you have to tie it like the main bearings. You are tightening, you are cross-checking everything, and you are ready for the second step. This is actually the main job components that you have to install on the block cylinder when you are doing this kind of repair. So we will go now and watch the head cylinder, what preparations we need to do before we will join head cylinder with block cylinder.
Evet.
Now let's take a look about the head cylinder. We ground the head cylinder. Sorry, we ground the valves. We resurface the head cylinder. Let's take it upside down. I'm going to show you also from the top. We install the valves. All these things we did on the machine shop, and now we want to put the head cylinder on the block cylinder to continue our job. As you can see, we put the first some and the rear cover, but not the seal. We want to put in the head cylinder, so we'll be able, because you can't seal it under, you need to make timing of balancers first, assemble the top side, and follow up with the main timing and remaining repairs. Now I put here on the TTC, I know that this, I'm bringing in the middle the cylinders. We make 90 degrees rotation. By the way, I want to show you one more thing about the lifters. We already did it, but the lifter, to check them, is very important. Okay, they have inside somewhere, if you feel it, they have a location that if you press, is bringing out the oil, the dirty one. If you want now to bleed them and clean them, you are pressing, sorry, let me find, yes, inside till it will start bringing bubbles. So the lifter is filled. We did all these things already. This is number one. Number two that I want to show, because of this stage that we reach about head cylinder, I cannot explain a lot of things because we need just to seal the block cylinder. One more comment. This is a fake gasket that we saw in the first video that we used. This is the correct gasket. And please show them back the cover that we put. One more comment about the seals. If you noticed here, maybe it's not showing, they have the seals. There are two types, one for intake and one for exhaust. These seals that they have white sprint, now it's not showing, it's dirty. Actually, you will see the difference, this is black. The white one is going to intake side of the valves, and the black seals that they have the black sprint to the exhaust. Remove please the old gasket. You should we install here the drivers, and we're ready to put the head cylinder. We prepare our bolts, and take it please. Thank you. Remove because we changed everything, they forget to remove it. Now what we are doing, we are grabbing carefully the head cylinder. You should view from this side, me from this, and to put it on there. Check your driver. And there. So we put the block cylinder, and now we are putting the bolts. Of course, we check the bolts, and we check some things. we put the bolts and we will tighten the head cylinder and we'll continue our job. Basically now, the steps that we will follow on next video is how you are doing the timing for the balancer, because the balancers they have timing alignment. In case that you misalign, let's say, the balancers, you will increase the vibration on the engine and the sound. After that, we will start the installation of the components of the head cylinder. This it will be another video. And of course, we will show timing, how we put the front cover, because we bought complete cover with oil pump. Exists also, I think, a part that you can change only the oil pump, but in this case the debris were too much. I don't believe that the walls of the pump they were okay, so I prefer to change complete cover for better results, because the job is not small. Buying a crankshaft, buying pistons, connecting rod, set and everything is OEM. So, you know, to take a decision is very important, because the technician, the mechanic actually is responsible about the results. Except that we are giving a warranty to our clients when they follow our own informations and our own requests. Because maybe somebody will tell me, okay, I don't put me a second hand or do this. It's not my own opinion. He will take the final decision. My own is to give him a solutions and the average of the repair and the results. So let us tighten now the head cylinder, and I will show you how we are tightening, because the head cylinder has 3 steps, and we'll show you soon. Now we have already tightened. I just want to explain. Please, Joseph, what we are doing. We are applying first of all 39, and we're starting diagonal, let's say like a circle. We can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or even you can start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It depends. The most important thing for us is to have similar tightening. Now, first round, let's say first step is 39 Newton meters with a torque meter. After that, you are applying, now in my own case, because of the visibility, because the engine is high, I put them here from this side, but the correct way from repair manual, let's say, is front every time, but doesn't matter. The point is that first step we say 39, second step with the same exactly way how we tied the first step, we are tightening 90 degrees and again 90 degrees. So in my own case, when I tied 39, the dot that I put it, they were here. So tightening 90 and 90, they come opposite, 120. This is the 3 steps that we are tightening the head cylinder correct one. Now what I will do before we will close, we'll put in the lifters. the lifters are coming here. Okay, they don't have any difference, they are already bleed. So some people they say how you remove, you have to put it back. No, it's not like that in this case. We are not dealing with valve seams or valve caps. It's a components that you can calibrate, let's say, with this way that you are cleaning, and you can put them back. Also, very important thing, this way you are putting one by one. I will put it. Very important thing, we have here the filter. Please, Joseph, show me here. Is this engine is with a 1 VVTi on intake side. Okay, here is the solenoid. Here is the location of the filter. We have a filter that is coming inside here, centering inside. So a lot of people they don't know. With this way we are increasing our pressure to hydraulic components. Okay, so for today we finished, and we are coming back with another video that we will show all the spec details that have to do with the head cylinder, timing of balancers, main timing, front cover, and we see totally the engine. Thank you very much, and please don't forget to subscribe and press on the notification button. Thank you.